Route maps have always been popular. Most people today still remember the printed triptychs of the American Automobile Association. And you can still get paper copies today if you go into one of their offices and ask about it. But these route maps have antecedents going back very far. One of the oldest maps, surviving maps in Europe, is a medieval copy of a 4th century AD Roman Empire map. It's really a route map of the entire empire, and it's a strip map done left to right. It's only about a foot tall, but it's more than 20 feet wide, and certainly would have been useful for someone traveling one of the many Roman roads, and certainly useful for a general moving armies about. In England, the oldest surviving road map dates to the mid-1300s. In 1675, a man named John Ogilvy published the first national road atlas. It was folio size, about 14 inches tall, and had 100 maps in it covering England and Wales. The maps were in strip form, starting at the lower left and moving up, and then down to the bottom of the next column, and so on. They showed distance in miles. They showed geographic features, hills and rivers and so on, which was very important if you're traveling on foot or in a horse-drawn coach. It also showed landmarks, such as towns, churches, villages, estates, and so on. One landmark we noticed on a few of these was a gallows. This was a common sight in 18th century England because hanging was punishment for many crimes, including being a pickpocket, which is ironic as a popular place for pickpockets to operate was at public hangings. Because of its size, Mr. Ogilvy's atlas was useful for planning, but not easy to carry unless you were going in a coach. As a result, other publishers copied the idea and produced pocket-sized versions of the atlas. And this was in the day before there was really much in the way of enforceable copyright. One of them even was titled Ogilvy Improved, and these continued for at least another 100 years. One we had a few years ago was interesting because it showed a picture of Hounslow Heath near London, complete with little stick figures of men on horseback. This was a warning to watch out for highwaymen when you went near the heath.